Hello everyone, Pallytime here with TGN.TV. This is a continuation of my Orcs Must Die Nightmare difficulty solo walkthroughs. We're on Twisted Halls today, which is the final level in the game. And we are using, I'm going to try to do this as fast as I can. We are using the crossbow with the improved headshot damage, as well as the mana return on headshots. We are using the Ice Amulet with the improved left click, as well as more damage to enemies that are right clicked. The Wind Belt with the mana cost reduction, as well as the ability to explode targets who you pick up, which I've never actually used. I might actually try that. The Tar with the cost reduction, as well as the improved slow while they're in the Tar. The Brimstone with the ability to ignite more targets, as well as a quicker refresh. The Haymaker with the improved damage and the ability to stun large targets, heavy targets. The Decoy with the ability to reappear after exploding and improved health. The Arrow Walls with the increased damage and the flame arrows, as well as the Archer Guardians with the cost reduction and the heal over time, and the Mana Rage Trinket with full upgrades. Before we start, I want to say thank you to the subscriber who gave me this skin. It's an Alienware skin. Presumably, if you bought the game through Alienware, they gave you this promotional code, and I've never seen it before, so thank you. That's pretty cool. Sorry I couldn't use it in more videos. We're basically done with the game right now, but I'm going to be recording some more co-op later, so I'll definitely be using the skin there. So, the basic idea of this map, you want to split it in half. It has two sides, the east and the west side. We're always going to deal with the stuff that comes out of the east side manually. And I don't have my hammer. I suck without my hammer, but we're going to try to make the best of it. First things first, we're going to run to the west side and start to lay down our trap gauntlet. The gauntlet's pretty straightforward. You're going to lay down 3 rows of tar. Followed by brimstone and haymakers. Trap gauntlet complete. Now I'm going to sell one of these tar because I need the gold. We're going to want to lay down 2 archers, one on each side of one of the rifts. The archer placement is pretty important here. I had a lot of trouble with this level. I was missing like one piece of the puzzle, and I'll explain what that piece was, but just know that you have to put your archer down to the right of the rift in order to get the most effectiveness out of them. And with that, we can go ahead and start. Remember, I am dropping down to the east side. And I'm going to be using my Wind Belt to take care of the majority of these enemies. Kill some of the kobold runners and then just start pushing people. Turn around, finish off the runners, and then finish off any orc I missed.
They're almost there.
And problem solved. Now I'm going to run through this path on the right here to get to the left. And then I'm just going to use my Wind Belt once again to dispose of these guys as soon as they get up here. Now you do want to worry about time, or your part-time. Part-time is a little close using this strategy. So whenever you have a chance to play aggressive, you definitely want to be doing that. But I'm just going to let these guys... See, I'm not angling my Wind Belt totally properly. Shouldn't be a big deal. And of course I can never get headshots with this stupid fucking crossbow. Look at this. I'm gonna do replays one of these days, where I just slow it down and show you guys that I'm actually aiming right into their mouth, and I'm not getting credit for that shot. So frustrating. But with that, we're gonna add a few more archers up here. These archers are going to make our trap gauntlet a little bit more effective, and then we're gonna drop down on the east side yet again. Watch out for the crossbow orcs, especially if you're low on health. My health is a little lower than I would like it to be, but more than enough to deal with that. And then we're going to, again, run through. I'm going to pop my Mana Rage Trinket. The reason I popped it so early is I just wanted to make sure I could knock those crossbow orcs down before they shot me. And that side is cleared up. I'm going to go up to the rift. There's one left. I left him up intentionally. I didn't plan on leaving that specific one up or anything, but I saw that he was alive and just ran past him, so I could heal. And then we're going to add to this trap gauntlet. Hey, big guy. Come here. There you go. Alright. So we're going to add in a decoy right about there. basically the opposite side of your archer.
They got thunderbats now? Well,
And the reason for this decoy is so it'll soak up the damage of these flying units here. And I was I didn't manage my money quite properly. So I couldn't afford 2 archers on both sides. You want to have 2 archers on both sides at the beginning of that round. Dropping back down to the east side, we see kobold runners as well as orcs and elemental lords. Just gonna throw the orcs in.
they're on the stairs.
And then freeze the elemental lord and get headshots. And you kind of want to kill this side pretty quickly,
Almost there.
because sometimes stuff can get through on the other side. Your trap gauntlet isn't 100% impenetrable. We should be okay. We should be okay. That's a pretty good number of archers there, but it doesn't help to clear up your side a little bit faster and get over here. We're just going to freeze him yet again, get headshots. And waboom, completed. So I'm going to add in some arrow walls now, as well as a few more haymakers. And then we're going to add to our archer count on each side. Now this is round 4 out of 12. And on this round, the other 2 doors open. So just be ready for a pretty big wave of kobold runners coming from your side. The other side should be just fine. Those kobold runners, if you're not ready for them, man, they can sneak up on you and ruin your whole day. So if I sound like irritated at any point during this, it's because I was recording this video and I was on the last round, the last wave, and my electricity went out. Good old Florida afternoon showers every single day made my electricity go out, and that was a little irritating because I was literally like 30 seconds from ending the video. Like, we were almost done, but I had to start over from scratch. But that's no problem. We're going to freeze these elemental lords. Make sure that they die. Don't want elemental lords getting into our rift. And then we're going to lay down yet another layer of brimstone. And finish off our tar and arrow walls. We could probably add one more arrow wall in there, but essentially this side is done. This side will be able to take care of itself. Alright, so we're dropping down to the east side again. We have kobold runners and orcs.
They're on the stairs.
Kobold runners are crazy on this map. They throw them out in almost every single round. And the reason for that is they just want to make sure that they want to challenge your readiness for them. That's why we're using so much brimstone. We want to make sure that they're all taken care of.
They're almost there.
Really not too worried about this side anymore. You want to make sure your archers are kind of clumped in the middle. Like, move them around if you have to. And the reason for that is stuff later on can spawn and kill them, and it's a little irritating. And also for that reason, you can't fit in as many archers as you would probably like. But I'm going to finish the haymakers. And we could add in a few more haymakers. Essentially, I want to get that to the point where I never have to worry about it again in my life. That side should just take care of itself. And we have crossbow orcs, normal orcs, and kobold runners coming out in round 6 out of 12. Oh, I forgot something kind of important.
They're on the stairs.
Ooh, this could be bad. If I lose any archers in this round, that means I desperately needed a decoy in my trap gauntlet. We'll see what happens.
They're almost there.
We'll play it by ear. I'm gonna use my wind belt, knock as many of these guys into the lava as I can. And I'm losing a little bit of health. I'm gonna pop my mana rage trinket. Try to get as many kills as I can on this side. Like I said, I suck with the crossbow. Thought this was going to be a little bit more difficult. So I'm going to make sure I don't forget that again. So right after this round ends, I'm going to run over to the other side. And I'm going to lay down the decoy. The decoy at the back of the trap gauntlet. You want to put them right on the edge of that last tar pit. So anything that attacks the decoy will be in range of your haymakers. Adding in a few more archers, and then I'm going to take care of the kobolds on my side. Weren't too many. Looks like the archers are taking out the majority of them. And we have our first troll coming in. Again, just freeze him and get a couple headshots. Gonna push as many orc in as I can. And again, freeze the troll. Get a couple headshots. Freeze the earth elemental. And clean these guys up, no problem.
They're almost there.
And now let's run over to the other side and make sure they have that all taken care of. They should. That should be fine. Add in one more archer on this side if I can. No, you need to scoot over. You need to scoot over. There we go. Ice amulet. Freeze this guy down. And if I'm not mistaken, this trap gauntlet's pretty much completed. If we wanted to make it a little more thorough, we could add in a couple more archers. A few more. That might be one too many. If one dies, we know it was one too many.
They're on the stairs.
And now we can start to reinforce the player side with some traps. Lay down brimstone. You're basically going to mirror exactly what you did on the other side. Wow. I cannot shoot. Where you think you're going? Where you think you're going? Gonna pop my mana rage. Oh, I don't have my mana rage. Alright, I'm gonna conserve mana. And just try to freeze these guys as effectively as possible. Get headshots. I do have that one layer of brimstone. That's gonna help me. It's gonna help me finish off these guys. Alright. I think they'll be fine on the right side. Yeah, they're good. So again, I'm just going to increase our trap gauntlet to match the other side. I'm going to add one layer in at a time. The roof on this side is a little different from the roof on the other side, so your trap placements are going to be a little off. That's why you defend the east side instead of the left side. Alright. What do we got to deal with here? We have the magic ogres. Just go in, freeze them, get headshots. Easiest way to deal with them. We also have kobold runners.
They're on the stairs.
And the elemental lord. This round's actually pretty simple. They didn't throw a lot at you here. There are some shaman mixed in there too. I'm shooting him directly in the face. Directly in the face. Why aren't you giving me headshot credit? Oh, this game. This hit detection. Infuriating. Don't you resurrect the other shaman. I just killed him. How rude.
An archer is down.
Yeah, that archer down just means that he was slightly off placement.
They're almost there.
They're not almost there. Stop yelling at me. Okay, this is getting irritating.
An archer is down. An archer has fallen.
Oh. What's going on over here? Looks like my decoy is dead. That'll do it. That'll do it. Not a big deal. We can waste a little bit more money on archers. So the mage is what was killing the archers there, which is a little unfortunate. I'm gonna go ahead, put my decoy over here. Continue my trap placements.
They're almost there.
Freeze these two. Actually push them over the side pretty easy. Alright, let's wait for the stuff to get here. Kobold runners coming in the east entrance again. Nothing we couldn't deal with. Yeah, that bugs me. Bugs me when roof alignments aren't totally set. Aren't totally symmetrical. Go make sure our archers are okay over here. Yeah, the whole reason they died is because those mages were taking them out. Not much I could do about that, honestly, with this setup. That didn't happen the last time I cleared this, so that was a little bit unexpected. Alright. So we're gonna just continue to increase the trap gauntlet on our side. Check our decoys. They're good. You're good. That decoy's good. Oh my god, I almost fell into the lava. Oh, that would have made me mad. I would have yelled a lot.
They're on the stairs.
That'll give me a good chance to test my trap gauntlets at least. This side shouldn't fare as well as the other. But hey, it's doing just fine.
They're almost there.
This side, or this wave isn't anything too special. It's just nothing but crossbow orcs, kobold runners. You know, your average run-of-the-mill stuff that you've seen on this map 1,000 times already.
They're almost there.
But it does give us a good opportunity to just make sure our defenses are where we need them to be. And I think they are. I think we're just fine. These combos everywhere. Alright. Add in our final arrow wall. This is round 12 out of 12. It's now or never. So because my archers, or because my trap gauntlets should be just fine, I'm just going to help out my archers up top. A little bit of that frost amulet. I don't really think they need help. But I might as well be doing something. Looks like we did just lose an archer. Where was that? It was back over on this gauntlet, I believe. We're holding down the line just fine. We're going to be fine. If you've made it to this point, you're golden. This is actually one of the few levels that gets easier as you go, I feel like. That is with this setup. Before I was using the decoys, it got drastically harder as I went, and I couldn't exactly figure out why.
They're on the stairs.
So it looks like our decoys on each side are going down, so I'm just going to replace them. If you look at our mini-map right now, there is a really astounding number of enemies. But our trap gauntlets are holding. They're holding. They're doing well. I'm very confident in them. Oh yeah, this is going great. One thing got by over here because of the Elemental Lord.
They're almost there.
But honestly, I think we're doing just fine. Yeah, it's a good strategy. So the problem I was having a lot was these archers were dying a lot to these zappers. So these decoys up top and the positioning of these archers are really, really, really important. I guess I'll help them with this. Jeez. Lazy archers. Alright guys, well, that concludes my Twisted Halls and really Orcs Must Die 2 Nightmare Difficulty Guides. I hope you guys have enjoyed this series. I have greatly enjoyed making it. Orcs Must Die 1, the original game, was kind of where I started to make a name for myself on YouTube, and this game was certainly a fun sequel. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this series. Please be sure to show this video some love by hitting the thumbs up button. Leave me a comment down below, and if you're new here and you like the way words come out of my mouth, I encourage you to subscribe. Alright guys, more co-op coming soon. Okay, bye.